What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be heading back outside again, but before we do that, I just wanted to tell you about yesterday, and it was such a nightmare trying to make content. So woke up early, was really raring to do some content at home actually, which is a change of scene at the moment. Next door neighbours had builders in and it honestly sounded like someone was going to drill through our wall, so that was absolutely annoying. Outside the weather was terrible as well, so I was thinking I can't really go outside and do content either, so I was getting really frustrated. Then I decided, do you know what, I'm just going to go out, try and do some content in the rain. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Got to the location which I ended up going back to today, and I'd forgotten my tripod, so I couldn't mount this camera on anything at all. Then I realised the battery for this camera wasn't even inside the camera, it was at home on charge, so that was another annoying thing. So I thought, do you know what, screw it, I'm just going to go for a walk in the woods. If I get soaked, so be it. Realised I forgot my walking boots as well. So it's just an absolute nightmare, but today I'm going to head back up to the same spot. Luckily it's not too far away from my house. I'm going to talk about some changes that I've made to my live performances outside, which I've been doing. I've made one change to the equipment that I'm using, and I think I might make another change as well, so that's going to be a bit later in the video. Stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get back to the woods again and enjoy some outdoor scenery. So as you can see, we are actually back out in the forest again today, and it is the same forest that I've filmed my other videos, but this is kind of the opposite end of it. So this is like going to it through a completely different way, and there's a good hill up here which I'm going to be walking up, and it's a really good viewpoint, so I can't wait to show you guys. And yeah, I do appreciate that the content is changing quite rapidly here on the channel, but you know, thinking about sitting and doing tutorials, it really hasn't been doing me much good for the past couple of months, because I'll sit down, record a video, and then I'll sit there for the rest of the day editing, and you know, I'm looking out the window and seeing weather like this and thinking probably be out there really. So I don't know, to me it feels like a natural progression to do so many tutorials about one specific series of device. I mean, it's such a niche topic anyway, and you know, I've done over 100 videos on the Mark II, and God knows how many I've done for the SX/A as well, so I just think this feels like a really natural movement to a different style of content. It feels painful to me to want it to sit down and record a video in the studio at the moment. That doesn't mean it's never going to happen again, but at this moment in time, it just feels like I really don't want to be spending my time doing that when I can be outside doing stuff like this. When I'm filming stuff like this, it does just kind of fill me with energy. I feel like so much more awake and alert. I'm getting fresh air and moving around. I'm trying to get different camera angles and stuff. So I want to be enjoying the content that I'm creating more, but I appreciate that you guys expect a certain style of content from me, certain topics, etc. So I guess we just need to keep working together. I'm really enjoying the feedback you guys are leaving, and hopefully we can just keep tweaking it, and we'll get to a happy medium where I'm making content that I enjoy making and you guys actually want to tune in and watch it. And I'm being quite reactive at the moment with the comments, because I'm reading them and then going out filming, so I can talk about the stuff that you guys are commenting about straight away. So you may only have left a comment, you know, the night before, I've woken up, seen it, I'm going out to shoot, and then I can talk about it. So keep the feedback coming, I really appreciate it, and yeah, we can keep progressing forward and pushing forward and tweaking this style. So yeah, appreciate today. I haven't actually got the SP with me, but like I mentioned, you know, I'm always kind of talking about it. It's something that I'm really interested in, so there will be stuff about it in this video. But today, yeah, I just kind of really wanted to enjoy being outside after the shit day that I had yesterday trying to get content. So it's really nice to have a light rucksack as well, and that's something that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later in the video. So off the back of that workflow video that we were talking about, there was a comment. They were saying, you know, sometimes you just got to go to the pub and forget about making beats and stuff like that, and I actually really agree with that, and that's the reason why today day, I thought, do you know what, I'm just not going to take any of my gear with me. I'm just going to have a break. And I tell you already, my back is very thankful for that, because all the gear that I've got in my bag is extremely heavy actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to do any sort of like long trekking with that, which is a bit of a shame. So that's the first point that I wanted to make in today's video about the SP stuff, is that I'm going to be switching to just using shitty little headphones like this, which have got a 3.5mm jack on the end, because you don't need the studio quality when you're out and about recording. So I don't need to be taking those massive Audio-Technica headphones with me. So that's the first big change that I've already made in my setup, is that now I'm just going to use these headphones. They're not actually that bad, and basically all I need to hear is that I'm doing the effects right and I can hear the track. It doesn't need to be premium quality when I'm out and about. That's going to save not only a lot of space in my bag, but also some weight as well. And the other thing that I'm thinking about as well is I might switch to rechargeable batteries in the SP, because it's just going to save me a lot of weight too. That brick which I use for my power is actually ridiculously heavy. Now obviously it's a lot more reliable as a power source, but I think if I'm just coming somewhere local, I can use the power bank and that's fine. If I want to go out trekking and do quite a big walk and take my SP as well, I think it would be good to have the option of rechargeable batteries as well. So that's something I'm going to look into over the next couple of weeks. And it's really crazy how quickly you come to realize, you know, things that need to change about your workflows. And this is, you know, my outdoor workflow basically already needs some major renovation in order to save weight and bag space. So yeah, that's the first big change. Headphones, don't need those massive ones anymore. So if you are thinking about going out and about and walking quite far, definitely just pick up some cheap headphones and take those instead. Okay, let's get up to the next bit. I think we'll probably just head straight to the top now. I don't think there's much further to go, so I'll show you the views from up there. I'm gonna have to level with you guys. I am a bit lost, I don't know where I am. So I'm trying to find this hill, and I've kind of walked a slightly different way, which I thought would have taken me to the hill, but that kind of just took me to a different little foresty area, and don't really know where I am now. So I'm basically heading back kind of the direction that I came from. Something that was interesting in the comments actually was me saying, you know, we're British, we always talk about the weather, and a few of you guys from all over the world actually were saying it's not just a British thing. It's kind of reassuring to hear. I do think that that is something that is associated with Britain quite a lot. Maybe it's just the moaning part of it, moaning about the weather, I don't know. But another thing is, I'm going to ask this question as well. When you pass someone in the middle of nowhere, there's this weird obligation to say hello. I don't know if that's a British thing, but it's always just like, you all right? It's the most awkward, weird thing. I always feel like you've got to be obliged to go, all right? I think it's just trying to break the sort of awkwardness of you both being in a very remote location. But at the same time, it makes it more awkward, weirdly. So let me know in the comments below, is that something that other nationalities do as well? I imagine it's probably the same, we're all humans, aren't we? So yeah, I seem to be kind of walking around in circles at the moment. I'm just trying to get my bearings. Maybe I should just call this video Man Lost in Forest. Could be quite an interesting title actually. But yeah, just still wandering around trying to find where the hell I need to be going, because I'm very lost at the moment. Am I about to be a headline? Am I about to be a statistic? I really don't know where I am. I think I'm sort of going the right direction now. Oh. But yeah, I've never got this lost here. It's usually straight up and down, and I've kind of gone for a bit of an exploring mode, and it's backfired. But when you get lost in the woods, it feels quite creepy. That's how I'm feeling right now anyway. Right, this is where I'm meant to be going, where those absolutely massive pylons are. So I need to somehow get like over here. I think this is a path over here. Can't really get through this bit because that is just a field of absolute doom. So I'm gonna have to head back, try and get along across there and then up and that way. Jesus, apologies for this guys, stringing out this video. In case someone finds this camera, at least then they'll know my last movements and what I was trying to do. Well, I've made it back to civilization and I just actually bumped into someone that I knew. So a family friend, and I said, I'm a bit lost, do you know the way? And she told me that it's just up here. So managed to find my way back onto the route. But yeah, very random to just bump into someone that I knew. Small world, isn't it? Well, that is it guys, we made it to the top. The views are absolutely incredible today. You can see for miles and miles. You can see the old place I used to work. Can pretty much see where I live. Can see over to the mountains in North Wales, which is somewhere where I'm going to be going very soon. You can see down into the forest where I've been filming my other videos in the forest, just incredible. And it's only 10:30 in the morning as well, so I basically feel like I've got the whole day ahead of me. And I've come and done this, so it's so nice getting out early. So that's it for this one today, guys. Thank you so much if you got this far. You're a real one, especially with the change in content like I've been mentioning. I do really appreciate all the support with this, guys. I know it's a big change of scene and there are people leaving the channel because of it, which I really don't mind about. I completely understand why. But those of you that are sticking with me, watching the content and leaving comments and thumbs up and all that kind of thing, 100% appreciate it. If you want to support what I'm doing that extra little bit and keep me making these videos, don't forget to go to spvids.com. I've got drum packs there, I've got t-shirts, merch, all kinds of different things that help keep me supported and making these videos. Don't forget to take a break from beat making or whatever it is that you do creatively and get outside and get some fresh air. It can really bring your energy back and it can inspire you to finish that project or maybe make some new beats or some new art. I highly recommend it. It's been doing me the world of good and I'm sure it will do the same for you too. Much love to you all, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I will see you again in another video very soon.